Boys and girls, are you ready to have your voice heard again and to listen to and evaluate your classmates as they do the same? Great. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about the Let's Stand focus box. Pause. Really good public speakers are masters of the pause. Before they speak, they pause. When they end a sentence, they pause. To convey emotion and connect, they pause. To control the pace of their whole presentation, they pause. This gives the audience a chance to take in their words and all of the other techniques that they are using, and also a chance to reflect on the message of the speech. Nervous speakers do exactly the opposite, speaking faster and faster and completely forgetting about the pause. When you pause, you're giving your audience a chance to take in your information. You're also giving your mind a chance to catch up with your mouth. Because when you're speaking, you're actually doing two things. You're thinking about what you're going to say and how you're going to say it, and you're actually saying it. Did you ever say something and then wished you hadn't? Wished you'd paused? Pausing helps to separate points and hold attention. It's a little like oral punctuation. Full stops, commas, exclamation marks. It lets the audience know when one idea ends and a new one begins. For example, I walked slowly to the door, peeped through the keyhole, and then opened it cautiously. You can use a dramatic pause to generate drama and suspense. For example, I walked slowly to the door, peeped through the keyhole, and then froze at what I saw. Pausing also helps to structure your speech. Remember our structure? Firstly, secondly, and so on. When you ask your audience a rhetorical question, even though you don't expect them to answer out loud, you must still wait, pause, to allow them to think of the answer in their heads. For example, do you remember your first Holy Communion? Pausing helps to convey emotion. For example, we might say with a little bit of nostalgia, well, I remember my first Holy Communion. We'd probably pause for longer when we're conveying sadness. For example, I'll never forget that day, the day my dog died. When you want to emphasize a key word, here's a tip. Try pausing immediately before and directly after it. For example, I knew it really was one. It was a snuffleupagus. The pause before says, listen, and the pause after says, remember that. When you're telling a joke or a funny story, it's very important that you use pause just before you deliver that punchline. And don't forget to pause after to allow your audience to laugh. If you're introducing a prop or a new PowerPoint slide, it's a good idea to pause when you introduce it at first. For example, to allow your audience to take it in visually. Another use of the pause is that it can replace filler words. Filler words like, I suppose, like, can be so annoying. instead of using these words, just pause. Do you know the song, "You Say It Best When You Say Nothing at All"? Well, a pause is more than nothing, because it's actually used deliberately and it's very powerful. And guess what? In addition to all of this, using a pause is actually very good and very healthy for you, because it allows you to breathe, and you can also pause to get a drink of water, which will help make your voice even more clear. A pause used well may result in the audience not even noticing your pause, but you will be able to communicate your message a lot more persuasively. However, your audience will definitely notice if you don't use the pause. The pause is a masterful technique. Remember, you have something really important to say that only you can say. Nobody else can tell your story. So consider how you can use the pause to maximum benefit, to connect and to get your message, your story across. Have fun with it. Enjoy.